The boys get lucky, and this defeat piles even more pressure on Stephen Glass. Welcome back, guys. Son of Scotland TV, bringing you a match review from PITTODRIE, ending Aberdeen 1, Celtic 2. Celtic were definitely lucky to get the win, but I'll take it. £250 on Celtic, plus £50 on them to win, minus a goal. It was squeaky bum time towards the end. I thought my money was gone. In all honesty, I think my money deserved to be gone. Celtic just didn't really do enough to win this game. But saying that, they won it, so fuck it. Yeah, let's talk about it though. Started pretty well. Celtic definitely came out the blocks firing on all cylinders. Bitton had a header, put it past the post, probably should have scored. A couple minutes later, Kyogo Furuhashi does score. I don't know what Davy Bates was doing. He'd have probably made a better challenge back in Germany. His fucking attempt to header the ball away here is awful. And then Furuhashi's just behind him at the back post. He chested it in. And it was 1-0 Celtic, you know. And then the rest of the half, until about 40 minutes in, it was all Celtic. But they weren't really creating that much. They were dominating possession. And they had all the ball. But in terms of creating clear-cut chances, man, didn't really happen. Jota had a good shot for distance. He cracked the crossbar. But Aberdeen were pretty poor. Ramirez isolated up front until like the last 5 minutes, where Aberdeen then began to create some chances. Ramirez had a volley driven into the ground and it bounced up, and Joe Hart kind of tipped it over. It looked like he could have done better, and he tips it onto the bar, and luckily for him it did go over. So 1-0 Celtic at the break. Aberdeen then, I don't know what Stephen Glass said at half-time, but it worked. I don't know if he's a glass half-full kind of guy, but his team talk certainly did something there, because they came out in the second half and they were by far the better team. They got the equaliser not long in, about 10 minutes in. It was a bit of a lucky goal, to be fair. Lewis Ferguson heads it in for a Calvin Ramsey corner, and his deliveries, the set pieces today for the corners were really good. But anyway, he drills it in, he finds the head, or was it shoulder, of Lewis Ferguson. At this stage I don't really know, a bit of both maybe, side of the head, shoulder, and then I think it flicks off near Bitton, and it lands right in the top of the top corner of the net, and it just it bounces, but it just flies over the head of Montgomery, and Joe Hart just watched it really, instead of coming and punching it. Maybe he thought because Montgomery was in the way, but for me, Joe Hart just has to come right through him, you know? Like a dodgy curry, man. Just come right fucking through him and make sure you get the ball away, and if you take out your own player, then you know, that's just tough. But no, Joe Hart just kind of stood there hoping the defender would manage to head it away, and he didn't. It was 1-1. Celtic made some changes. Ange brought on Rogic and Ajeti, and then Celtic effectively went down to 10 men because Ajeti's a waste of a shirt, and when you bring him on, you know, it's just like getting somebody sent off. But Rogic today wasn't a waste of a shirt. Nice wee Sedan turn-esque on the box. I don't want to compare Rogic to Sedan because that's fucking sick, but it was a nice turn nonetheless. Plays through Montgomery. Montgomery then slots it into the 6-yard box, into the incoming Jota, who slid in, got the tap-in goal. 2-1 Celtic. They seen it out. Aberdeen again, they came forward towards the end, but never really created anything clear-cut. And yeah, the whistle went. Aberdeen, Celtic got the win. Jota got man of the match. I gave him my man of the match as well, but I think Montgomery was really good as well, and obviously it was his assist that set up the goal. As for Aberdeen, Samuels was probably their best player. You know, he did get forward a few times, had a few shots. Ralston again looked really poor. I mean, Hart was poor. The two centre-backs at times looked dodgy as fuck as well. Like, Montgomery was certainly levels above everyone else in that defence. I thought the midfield for Celtic was pretty poor as well. McGregor didn't really do anything. Bitton didn't do anything. Turnbull again, I know he got the assist, but man, it was David Bates should take care of that all day long. I mean, Furuhashi was alright. He made his runs, he was tracking back and all that stuff. He got the goal, but he definitely didn't look as lively as he did against Bayer Leverkusen. I thought it was just an off game for everybody here. Nobody really stood out. But yeah, Jota, like I said, he did hit the crossbar. He did get the winning goal, so I gave him man of the match. This relieves the pressure on Ange a wee bit. He gets a win. Celtic's first win since February this year, obviously. And Aberdeen now have the misery piled on them. And they've got a really bad month coming up. They've got Hearts, Rangers, Hibs and Motherwell in the remainder of this October month. Anyway, guys, that's it. Quick review here. If you want to see, or hear, should I say, my full reaction, there is a match review and a player ratings video on the Fog Football channel, which is a co-op channel. that I do with Gaming Jesus, where we just talk about all Scottish football really, and there's some FIFA gameplay in there as well. So if you want to see my full match review and player ratings and the ins and outs, then go check that out. But this is just a quick review for the channel. I said I would upload more to Son of Scotland TV, and I'm going to do it. But it's Celtic 2, Aberdeen 1 today for Pittodrie. Now it's time to watch Rangers Hibs. Hibs currently leading by 1-0, but they have a man sent off, so fuck knows what way this game's going to go. Anyway, that's it guys, till next time. Peace.